Hey YouTube, I've not done a video for a couple of days. Don't normally miss a couple of days. Been building buckfaster casters, got some new ideas. Decided I haven't done any really mad ones for a while, so I've got some crazy stuff. So they're hanging up drying just now. I've sort of laid them out and I've just got to work out tonight. I'm going to try to work out how to wire them and doing what I'm doing as possible, but not been done before, and I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. Yeah. Anyway, so I got a box from Thomann. Not free though. I think it'd be nice if wouldn't it be smashed if Thomann actually just sent me stuff. This is actually the first time I've used Thomann. I was after a specific type of strings, and it was the only place that had it, and I got caught up in the reason I've not bought stuff before from Thomann a couple of times is it's £8 postage, which is, you know, fine if you're buying something big, but I kept looking at I remember looking at their Harley Benton strings, which are actually really cheap. They're only about £1.20 a packet or something like that, but then you go, oh, that's great, what's the postage? £8. But the thing is that once you get the £8 stays at £8 until you get up to, I think it's £100 or £99, and when you get to £99 it disappears. So you end up sitting there going, well, while I'm in here, I'll buy some of the other things that I've seen that didn't turn out to be that cheap because of the £8 postage. So this should be fun. I know everyone likes unboxing videos, and I've intentionally not said what's in this box yet, but a multitude of things. If I slide this back without knocking over that bottle of Coke, right, so you can sort of see it. Sort of. Oh, there's some brown paper. Haha. So, in order to make it up to £99, I did get a packet of the Harley Benton 10 strings. They're good. I got a packet of elixirs. My favourite ones, these are the Polyweb. Polyweb being super thick coating. Nanoweb are slightly cheaper and easier to find. They've got a thinner coating, and I think the middle one, OptiWeb, is in the middle, I think. That's how it works. Although it tells you here, Polyweb, warm, slick and fast, Nanoweb, bright and smooth, and OptiWeb, crisp and natural, which are kind of things you want. You want all of those things. You don't. You can't have warm and bright. But anyway, yeah. So packet of them. These are just things I used while I was in there. I used to buy these strings years ago, Warwick's. These are possibly for that. I'm not sure. 45 to 105s. I used to like these. I think they're about a £10 a pack. This is what I actually bought. That is for this, because this has been sitting with the same strings on it for years. I changed them when I got it, so that was probably 10 years ago, something like that. And then I bought piccolo strings at one point to change the thin strings, but I didn't change the thick strings, so this is a full set. Be interested to see where these fit. I bought this guitar before I was mad into guitars, or this bass. So this one's never been properly stripped, cleaned, and what I normally do to my guitars. You know, it's like, just to make it as clean as possible. It's pretty grotty. Give it a bit of a clean and actually probably intone it for the first time. Plus one of these tuners was wobbly, I seem to remember. Have a look at it. Yeah, so this will be up running better than it's ever run before, now that it's going to have real strings on it. Assuming they're going to fit. I hope they do. I've had problems before, see, because I've had the same problem with the Vulture. Because they're string through, the strings are, you know, that much longer than they are on a P bass or something like that. So sometimes they're not long enough to reach past the nuts. If you actually look at a similar thing happened to the Vulture, which I shall show you. Kind of going a wee bit off topic here. If you look at the first fret, I don't know if it's going to show up. Yeah, see if you look at the first fret on the high E string, well, it's actually a C sharp. You see it starts to taper halfway between the fret and the first fret there. You know, it's like that's where the first taper is on the string, which is annoying. It doesn't seem to make any difference to the sound, and it plays fine. But because it's there, I'm aware of it. I don't think it makes much difference. So that was really what I bought. And then while I was in there, I bought a Behringer Super Fuzz, so I'll be doing a video of that with my new having a pedal up there. Hear amazing things about these. About a year and a half ago, the guy JHS Pedals, he's got a YouTube channel, and he was talking about what's the deal with Behringer or something. If you should watch that video, and he was just raving about how good these were, and then it's like there was a few different models, and I thought that fuzz pedal sounds awful good, so I looked up on eBay, and there were none anywhere, and I think that's them now just getting their stocks back, because obviously they gave it a glowing review. This is a copy of a Boss FZ2 fuzz pedal, something like that, which in itself is a clone of one of the original Super Fuzzes or something. It was a big massive neon thing from the late 60s, so it's maybe a copy of that, so that might be fun, a fuzz pedal. Well, I was in there, I was saying to my pal that there are any Behringer pedals you want, because I've got free postage on it now that I've made it up to, well, I was paying £8 postage anyway, so if you want to add anything. So a vintage Tube Overdrive, a Tube Screamer, which I don't think I've ever actually had a Tube Screamer. I've okayed it with. I'm actually going to get a shot of. I'm going to have a wee play with this before I give it to him. See what a Tube Screamer really is. I've got something somewhere tells me that my Washburn Stack in a Box is a sort of Tube Screamer. But again, that JHS guy was talking about the Washburn Stack in a Box, and he didn't mention Tube Screamer in it, so I don't really know. I think there's an awful lot more to it than just being a distortion pedal. I don't know about it. I think that might be my boxing over. One more thing, this is the test, which I think I kind of might have bought this by mistake. After I bought it, I looked at one of the reviews, and it said it's far too big for what it's meant for. So it's like, what do you think this is a case for? Hold on. It's for my Steinberger, or my Honor B2A Steinberger. No, it's not far too big. But I was like, with this I've been looking about trying to find like a shotgun case or a fishing rod case or a tent bag or something that I can get for really cheap. And it's like, I'm looking up these things, and you can. I eventually found I think it was an air rifle gun or an assault rifle case that looked pretty cool, but it was you start getting up to 15-20 quid, and it was only 20 quid to get like an actual case for this base. Yeah, that's lovely. So whoever it was that left the review on this particular, it's a rock bag as well, which is my first base was a rock bag, so that's quite nice. I have been carrying about this base in a guitar case, which is kind of defeats the purpose of having no body, no head when the case is still this size. So at least this is more the right size. So if you've got a Steinberger or a copy, this seems like quite a good buy. I do remember the one I had before. I wonder if this has got the same thing. There's a wee review of Rock Bag while I'm here. I just saw there was a. Ooh. Sure, so handle thing. This. I wonder if this does the same as the one I've actually lost. My original rock bag that I bought 25 years ago when I first found out what a gig bag was. This used to dig into my back when I had it on my back. I wonder if this is the same. Or maybe if you do it up the way it works better. I just remember constantly having to fight with it on my. I remember having bits of duct tape on it to try and stop it digging into my shoulders. Because quite possible I was using it wrong though. Maybe I just had it up too high. No, it seems fine. Don't seem to be doing it. Okay, there we go. So if you're going to have it like that, which is, to be honest, where I would have it, this bit, the clip thing, doesn't have stick into your shoulder, so you really need to have it hanging a bit lower so it doesn't dig into your back. That was the same as a rock bag I bought 20 years ago. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So that was my thomann box. Wouldn't it be nice if thomann watched this and decided, oh, I think we'll maybe let's just send him a big surprise box full of stuff like this, and he could do videos on them. Eventually, it'd be nice to get to that situation. So yeah, so that was unboxing day. I don't know how much fun. I don't know if people get bored of these unboxing videos. I wouldn't have done it if I didn't get lots of views on the other ones I did. Then I wouldn't do it. But they seem to be quite exciting. It's like, what's in the box? I mean, I suppose Deal or No Deal was made up on that, isn't it? Really, it's entirely what it's made of. Yeah, it's like, what's in the box? Is it 50p or is it £1? And do you care? No, what's in the box? It could be anything. Well, it's from thomann, so you'd be thinking it was music related. Anyway, there you go. Just a wee 10-minute video. So, straight in, got videos coming for Behringer Vintage Tube Overdrive, Behringer Super Fuzz SF300, and, well, I can't really review strings, can I? And I'll have the 8-string bass up and running the way it should be, not been like sort of neglected. I mean, it's clean. It's just when you look at the pickups, you know, they're a bit manky. Rock on. So I'm going to mess about this fuzz pedal this afternoon, and I'm trying to decide which of my guitars deserves a set of elixirs. I think of the ones I'm looking at there. I think it's going to have to be I want to take this to bits anyway. Find out what it is. The Squire Bullet. Because I think these pickups are 2 single coil pickups back to back. It sounds really good as a single coil. That's good. Push humbuckers. Yeah. Okay. The thing is, it's struggling a wee bit. This guitar, the action isn't particularly low, but the thing is, it sort of suits it for some reason. It seems to play really well because of that. It just buzzes if you put it down too low. That might be to do with the radius of the fingerboard. It chokes out. It doesn't choke out just now. But these strings are ancient, so it could be the strings. Maybe when I put elixirs on it, I always feel that elixirs, you've got the best chance of not having as many buzzes and stuff because they're rubber coated, so they're a bit less buzzy. Also because they're rubber coated, they don't stick in the nut the same way or anything like that. I don't know whether I'm making that up or whether it's kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Another one of those guitar voodoo things. Rock on!